Oh, hey there, it's Dave Barnett from the investlocalbook.com blog site. I was having an email exchange with Chris in California the other day, and he had asked me a couple of questions, and it gave me some ideas for some more stories that I could make into videos to share with all of you. He wanted to know a little bit about my life before I started to do the private investment deals. Basically I got out of university, got a career with the Yellow Pages where I was selling, I was an outside sales rep with them. When I finished Yellow Pages, I quit there and I started a business with a friend that I ran for close to 2 years before selling it. But then I became a commercial debt broker. So I went and I took a training course from a California company called the Loan Consultants. They did a training seminar in Toronto. It was a 2-day course. And basically they taught people how to properly package loan packages and how to set up deals for equipment leasing, both capital and operating leases, how to structure packages for commercial mortgages, loan applications, how to set up factoring facilities, which is when businesses sell their accounts receivable to get cash right away. So I took their training, taught me how to properly set up these deals and create the package which you send over to the lender. And then I kind of got into business. And what I would do is so this was like 2005, and I was using the internet, but I wasn't using the internet to its full capacity as a marketing tool. So I created a mailing list to use like the mail, postal service, and basically I put on there financial planners, commercial bankers, accountants, certain lawyers that I knew did a lot of commercial stuff. And I used to send out every second month a letter to these people talking about the types of deals that I was doing and giving little examples of done deals so that they could see that I was getting things financed and I was doing deals. So, I would send out these letters and it would say, I got some kitchen equipment financed for a restaurant. And then that would generate some phone calls from people saying, hey, I've got a client who needs to have, wants to expand his business, he needs financing. My biggest source of referrals, however, were bankers. So if you can imagine a banker and he's got this client who's a small business owner, and the small business owner comes in and says, I want to borrow money to expand my business. And the guy has a car loan, mortgage, investments, savings account, checking account, and his business banking, all with the bank. And the bank says, no, we can't help you. And so then the guy goes across the street to the other bank, and they say yes. Well, that means that all that other business is going to start to move across the street as well. So the bankers don't want to see all the business leave. So when these commercial and small business bankers would say no to people, they would say, look, we can't do anything for you, but I think that if you go and visit this guy, Dave Barnett, he might be able to do something for you. Because the small business banker knew that I would hook them up with like a leasing company or something, and that company wouldn't take all their other business away. Here's the funny thing. When it came to small business loans, people, they think of bankers and they think that the banker is like the decision maker, the person who's going to actually help decide if the bank makes the loan or not. And the reality is that in this modern age with these large national banks, is that the banking officers or the loan officers, they don't make the decisions, they're salespeople. Their job is to go out and write the deals. So if you go in to see one of these loan officers and they believe in your proposal, they believe in your project, they're going to help sell that project upstream to the underwriting department. But if you go in there and you're really disorganized and you don't have your story put together well and you don't have your cash flow projections put together properly and you can't make a convincing argument to him or her, they're not going to waste their time trying to fight to get your file approved because they got to write $10 million worth of business this year or whatever their target is. So they're going to focus on things that are more easily achieved. So here's the funny thing that would happen is I would get these customers, they'd come in and see me, they would say, we got declined by the bank for our business loan. And I would say, did you actually apply, pay an application fee, fill out their forms, and have it submitted? Or did the banker just tell you no? And usually they would say, oh, the banker just told us no, that we wouldn't be approved. And I said, okay, show me what you showed him. And then I would charge them a fee for producing a proper loan package. And I would have their resumes in there, and I would have the cash flow projections, a history of the business. I would show how the bank's money was going to be used to improve the capacity of the business, or to increase sales, or to reduce costs, and how that was going to serve to free up the cash flow to repay the bank. And in about 75% of the time, I was able to take that package back to the very same bank. Once the banker saw the package and didn't have to do any work on the file, they would say, okay, and they would submit it up to underwriting, and over half of them ended up getting approved, which was a pretty great feeling for me. But it just goes to highlight the fact that many small business owners know how to run their business. They don't understand how to necessarily, make compelling presentations about their business. So that was my life for a couple of years, and I learned through going through that exercise over and over and over again what these finance companies and lenders are looking for when it comes to setting up these deals and underwriting and the paperwork involved. And that's what gave me the confidence to start doing my own deals. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, you should read my book, Invest Local. It's available from Amazon and from my website, investlocalbook.com. As well, if you've ever considered getting into a franchise business, you should check out my book, Franchise Warnings. Same thing, it's available from Amazon or from my website. Thanks, and we'll talk to you later.